Oh, I forgot how scary it is to set up a tripod. All right, guys, so today we're out here in San Diego. I am actually out here for a gig. I just decided to drive out a little bit earlier to try to do some street photography while I'm out here. And today what we're gonna do is be doing some street photography with the 100mm lens, which is, I mean, it's a macro lens, so it's not really intended to be used for this type of photography in my opinion, but I actually did try to do this video already like a month or two ago shooting in LA. We were shooting in Chinatown, and honestly, I suck butt. I just realized how hard it is to shoot with this lens. Everything is just so tight. Like, I had a harder time shooting with this lens than with a 70-200, and that's a super loud truck passing by. Okay, so what we're gonna be doing today is I'm gonna go ahead and put a GoPro on top of my camera. That way you guys can see the behind the scenes of how I got the certain shots, and then I'm gonna go over and do a voiceover to kind of like explain my thought process of when I took a certain photo and just kind of explain how I feel about the photo. That's the gist of it. If you're new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe, like, and all that crazy cool stuff. Yeah, we do a lot of these videos, street photography. I mean, I'm okay at it. I love it so much, so hopefully I do get better. All right, I'll see you guys on the POV version in a little bit. So as soon as I got to downtown, I saw this little like train station that I really wanted to shoot with. So I started off there. One of the things that I noticed that I really wanted to do is shoot in between these two little red carts to find this little gap right there. Just wait for someone to pass by. Unfortunately, it took forever for anyone to pass by. So at the end, I did manage to get this shot. The thing is, I'm actually focused in on the little joints for the trains, not at the actual person. So that's kind of a pet peeve. I didn't like that. An okay shot to start off with. There wasn't that many people out walking around. So when I found this crosswalk that had an interesting building behind it, I decided to kind of stick around. So I was waiting for this guy to pass by. I was hoping to get a shot when he's standing right in between the two colors of the walls, but I think it looked better to kind of show him only on one side of the wall. I just think he stands out way more than if he would if I would have shot him like kind of like right in between the two walls. So I ended up walking around a lot. There wasn't a lot of people, so that did make it a little bit harder. At the end, I found this one guy that was kind of standing by this building. I thought it would have looked kind of cool with like the shadows kind of going on, see if I can get it. So I got him, but he kind of blends in a little way too much with the bush. The edit wasn't coming out how I wanted to, so I just made it black and white, because at the end of the day, I just want to show you guys that not every shot is a good shot, unfortunately. As I was getting ready to go back to the car, I walked by this building and it looked like super perfect for street photos. Like, there was a nice corner, so I decided to stick around. Luckily, at this exact same moment, two people were like about to cross, and this is a photo that we ended up getting. So overall, this photo feels pretty cool. I really like how he's kind of just standing almost in the middle of everything going on, but at the end of the day, I think there was a little bit too much going on in this photo, but I knew that I really wanted to use this building for some better shots. So what I decided to do is that there's actually a guy behind our subject that's wearing like this really bright vest, so I decided to run towards the corner. So this is a shot right here. I actually really liked how he kind of standing, the mood, the gradient you have going on, everything is just pointing to this subject. He just really stands out. His feet are the perfect triangular position that we like to have in our photos, but something was missing. It just didn't have that big oomph I was really looking for. So when I looked to the side, I noticed there was a lot of these little like orange cones, and I thought it would be kind of cool to shoot through the cones and get our subject kind of in between. That way we can add some elements of foreground and hopefully make the photo feel a little bit more pleasing. So yeah, at the end, this foreground element did add that little extra oomph the photo was missing, but unfortunately, I wish his feet were a little bit more separated. I wish I was actually showing his feet for this photo, but overall, the photo, I mean, it's almost a 9 out of 10, and I'm very happy with this one. Okay, so overall, shooting with the 100mm lens for street photography was a little bit more challenging than I thought. Like I said earlier, I had already had a day of experience kind of trying to shoot with it, and I honestly thought it was just a location that wasn't really playing to my strengths. After using this in San Diego, even though I really only had about, I don't know, like 45 minutes to maybe 50 minutes or so, it was definitely a short session of street photography. I did hopefully manage to get a couple of good shots that I was kind of happy with. In the end, this lens isn't really meant to be used in street photography. I mean, like anything else, you can always put it to use that it's not intended to. I personally wouldn't really recommend anyone to go out there and, you know, be like, hey, this is the best lens for street photography. Not at all. But can you actually get some good photos? You definitely can. One of the big perks about shooting with a really long focal length is that you're able to get closer than you would with like a 35mm lens. If you wanted to, maybe like street portraits or something like that. That's not really my style to go with. Definitely there is room for really good photography with this lens, but for my personal preference, like if I'm gonna go shoot street photography, I'm not only gonna take my 100mm lens. But if that's the only lens that you have for right now, for whatever reason, you can definitely get some really good photos with this lens. So guys, that is it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this POV street photography session that I did. I really hope you guys stick around for more videos like this. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, and go ahead and drop a comment down below, guys. Let me know what's your favorite lens to shoot street photography with. My personal favorite, I mean, I'll make a video about that. Make sure to stay tuned and all that crazy cool stuff. That's it for me, guys. I should stop talking. Yeah, peace.